That's funny, Jason was reading something. I also visited Rose Hill Cemetery one day. It was actually during the winter. It may have been the same day.
It was.
Yeah, he was with me. He was walking around while I was belligerently scraping the ice off my grandfather's grave because we're a very proud Irish folk who would never have a shred of ice on any of our relatives' graves. And I broke 2 very good ice scrapers on that grave. This is called I Would. This is a tribute to anybody that's ever came before you. Followed by the echoes of those who wore clothes shot down by bows, trailing by the shadows of my own effect, a cause that most do not detect. If words reverb and movement is traced, echoes are heard and shadows are placed. Before me, how did they last? Before me, how did they know? No direction, just a prayer that need to live, that makes you dare to try to last. When you don't know where to paint your own shadow or whose God's words you should echo, but you never let go. And that set tone followed me, trailing my whole life. If I had to face the cold, if I had to kill to live, if I had to be so bold, if I had to take to give, if I had to pray to cope and walk along a breaking rope based upon 1 ounce of hope, if I had to be the one, stab the moon, steal the sun, I would for anyone. Followed by the ones before, echoes call to pass, facing the nightmarish impossible, somehow breaking obstacles, trailing ones before. If I had to, I would, for you, I would. At my family shield, it's kind of funny, we've got a long generation from Irishmen who are belligerent and stubborn. So our family motto is die trying. I'm pretty sure the shield has the frog grabbing his neck, never give up. And I actually wrote this as I walked in today, and I really felt this is the culmination. This is a manifestation of Creativa right here. We've got everything. Creativa. On the way out the door, I stopped to grab my passion, packed in with hope and intent. I decided to leave all my problems. I don't expect to come here and have you solve them. So we came to confession, a simple life lesson and expression that gets wet when we share the same mic. I'll keep it all news and not weather tonight. As we file and pile in our secrets to share, as we dare to thrust ourselves out for one moment, and with no bad air in here, you just can't blow it.
All right.
This next poem is dedicated to my brother. We were born way too close together, and that means we had a lot of fights, fists, verbal, feuds, if you had a brother as close as I did, you would know the love, hate, and ultimate dedication to your brother. And I wrote this. His real name is John Francis Smith the 17th. And I was very jealous being Paul Smith the 1st. It was funny. I gotta skim for that. I could probably do it off the top of my head. I love it to death. Okay. And I wrote this as a side quote that was just so funny because sometimes I like to be pompous just to entertain myself because I know I'm absolutely a blip on the radar, but I love this. A poem of such high regard and legacy, in regard to legacy and brotherhood, I impress myself. My brother is protecting this nation as I write this, and bless him. I love you, John, very much. To John Francis Smith the 17th, my beloved brother of heart, blood, and flesh. Brother, I betrayed you in speech, not action. Forgive me for having a reason to ask him the same. Let it all go, let them all know I would bleed for you on your dying day. I'll plant the seed just to lead leaves and shade, a legacy, 18 on the way. Never let it die, always going to keep prying. Instead of giving up, we're dying, trying, not buying, stair steps to Elysian fields. The weakest yields a leap, but don't have being cheap, let our HSS sink. We both ripped holes pink, it's just human. Me and you, John, in. And that leaves no room for ruin, so I'll just keep doing for you and the Smiths, because you really got to be down with it or quit. And I'm game. My good friend's last name. I'm proud of mine, and I do give a shit. So here's your poo I threw at you, and that's direct from Paul Smith. I have never sang in public, and you can crucify me duly after the show. This is a poem I wrote for two people, and obviously you figure out which part I'm supposed to be. If I stay away from the mic, it won't scare me as much when I sing at it. I don't fear, I don't fear, I don't fear for the necks who stretch from bad checks. I don't fear. Listen closely to vibrations in the soil coming back, but I don't fear. Dead beats go back to your womb. Red heat with an axe for your doom. I don't fear. Any man, anywhere, just the silence. Give me violence, not all this violence. I don't fear. So make it up to me. What's that? I don't fear. Are you gonna take me all the way? Gonna take me all the way, but I don't fear. Prepare for the short drop, sudden stop, neck pop, deadlock, noose tight, who's fight, kick and scream, pray and dream. I don't fear. Angels or demons carry you off, singing or screaming. The heart you don't have races as you face a supernatural. I don't fear. I don't fear. All I do is the right thing, invited with ill-will tidings, dividing me, hiding me in your lies. I'm peeking out and seeking now a body temperature haven. So if I'm stark raving, just keep me in rooms vacant, tied up and shaking. I don't fear. Ultimate terror, when you know bad's worse and well is not how you fare. I don't fear. One last one after that. I've never sang before in public, that's cool. Okay, I've got to pick the, either take a number. No, we already did that. That touched on the whole Creativa thing. Okay, I always do poems like this because I don't really like to make everything I write like, oh, I want this to be timeless. I may never read this again, but I thought this was funny because I am never up to any good. I've got plans for these hot hands I'm laying, fever on your forehead. Bring me more bread praying, watch me juggle molten clay, and the only way to stop me is wait. Wait for my handstand, two big holes where I land steaming, streaming colors when I wave, trace the degrees they will raise. I got plans harder than arson, not cool, I got my 10-digit arsenal, artful and deliberate, handing you burning buildings, and if the anvil wasn't cutting it, I know it sounds nutty, but don't throw a high five, cause mine's live like landmines around in fields. It's getting hot, I think I melted my shield. I got plans for these hands, no demands, I'm just reaching out.